So in 97 we came back to Nelson. We left Oxford in the UK because we decided we really want our children to be brought up as Kiwis, and then we sort of thought about where we would go in New Zealand. And once again, our career was definitely not up there in selecting the place to go. Physiotherapy was not really going to guide our choice for that. And we thought about the different places to settle in New Zealand, and we'd always had a bit of a hankering for the South Island and for living in Nelson. So Wattie flicked an email to a friend, or maybe she got in touch with him and said, "Hey, I hear you might be coming here. I have a vacancy in my practice, would love to work with you." Oh, that's great. So Wattie's got himself a job. So one of us is employed, that's fine, let's head back to Nelson and see how we get on. So this meant that I was here with my lovely, hot Masters of Health Science, of Physiotherapy practice, really that I couldn't use from Nelson. And in fact, the first season we were here, I went and picked apples whilst I thought about what I might do with this fabulous new learning I had at the top of a ladder, picking apples. And Wattie got himself in the practice, and the kids all got themselves in schools, and we were away. And then at the end of the season I thought, okay, well I'll see what's available locally, and I went and did a locum at Nelson Hospital, and just kind of bided my time really, thinking I really have set myself a difficult task here, because I'm miles away from any university. I'm miles away from being able to do any kind of research or pursue any academic career, which was really of most interest to me. And I was sort of interested and curious about what was happening in the neurology physio world at the time. And I worked with Janet Copeland, whom I knew through HUT, and I said to Janet, I'd really love to run a symposium, a neurosymposium, and just sort of see what's happening around the country neuro-wise. I'm sort of out of touch. And it might be neat for, when did you all last meet, and it might be neat for neurophysios to get together. And Janet said, yeah, okay, let's do that. And so she and I organised a neurosymposium, must have been the end of 98, I think, or no, maybe sometime in 98 anyway, a neurosymposium at HUT. And we'd invited different speakers, and I presented perhaps some of my research from the UK. And it was a really good neurosymposium. I think about 80 people were there. And one of the people in the audience she'd also spoken, given a presentation, was Kath McPherson, who at the time was working for the Rehabilitation Teaching and Research Unit at the Wellington School of Medicine. And Kath heard me give this presentation, and I must have just been a couple of weeks later, I had a call from her, and she said, look, we're hoping to expand our department, and would someone like you be interested in working for us? And I said, well, actually, I'd love to, Kath, but I live in Nelson. And she said, look, I don't think it's a problem. We teach by distance. Conceivably you could live anywhere in the country. We'd obviously want to see you in Wellington every now and then, but it's not like you'd need to be commuting every week. And I can remember putting that phone down and leaping and whooping around this house, just going up and down the corridor, thinking, yay, yay, something really good is going to come of this. And so in April 99, I started working for the Rehabilitation Teaching and Research Unit on a part-time basis. And that really, I'm still working for that unit, and it's been a fantastic association. Certainly from my part, I've been able to pursue the life really of an academic, obviously with constraints, but from living here in Nelson. And it's been a really rewarding time. The sort of downside, I guess, is that I have no collegial input. I work very much in isolation, Any of the research that I do, any of the teaching that I do is done by myself off my own bat here, and I do miss that input. But the plus side is that I'm sort of totally focused. I don't have meetings to go to, I don't have interruptions, I don't have corridor chat. I just sort of sit and work and build my research agenda around what I can do here, which is sort of clinical, has by necessity been clinical research. So that meant that I was using my physiotherapy skills in a different way, in a much, much broader context, looking at rehabilitation and needing to think outside the square and learn aspects of health practice and consideration of health issues that did not fall in my remit as a physiotherapist.